I'm surprised by how few people know what the boundaries of this district are, by the way, even people who are in politics. You know, there was redistricting, as there is every 10 years after the census. The current district that we're in goes to the coast, and it stops at the northern edge of Kern County. The new district cuts off at the western edge of Kern County and now goes up into much of Tulare County. So it really is a new district. And so, in a sense, we don't really have an incumbent yet. Yes, it's true Kevin McCarthy is representing this part of the district at the moment, but we're both new to this race, and so I am very pleased to have any opportunity to meet constituents, hear what you have to say, and let you know what's on my mind. Let me just tell you a couple quick things about me personally. I was born here in the Valley. I grew up in Fresno. My parents are immigrants. My dad was born in Turkey. He's a Greek national. My mother's parents were Armenians, also from that part of the world. And they all came here. They all became good American citizens, learned English, and gave me the blessing to be born in this country. My father was a blue-collar worker. He's no longer living, but at the time that I was a kid, growing up in Fresno, in construction, things were slow. So we moved up to San Jose, where he found work. And that's where I finished school, and that's where I decided to become a journalist. And so I went to work first for the local television station, public television station, and eventually became a foreign correspondent for CBS News. I traveled around the world, covered the collapse of the Soviet Union, covered conflicts in Iraq and Afghanistan, Somalia, Bosnia, Haiti, all the garden spots. And then finally came back to my home here in the Central Valley, and I was shocked to discover that here, at home, where we taught the rest of the world about democracy in this era, that we had so little of it. People I saw elsewhere around the planet were struggling for the right to control their destinies, and in election after election, we only had one name on the ballot for given offices. And so I said, I wrote an op-ed for the Bakersfield Californian, and I said, you know, this really isn't very democratic. Somebody else ought to run. And the only response I got was, okay, smart guy, so run. So we formed an exploratory committee, my pals and I, and found out that it was actually possible to run, actually possible to get on the ballot, and that I actually had some serious differences of opinion with Kevin McCarthy. I am really sorry that Kevin's not here today. I think it's a pity. This is supposed to be the Great Kern Debate. And I don't want to debate an empty chair. I know that worked well for Clint Eastwood, but I would really like to talk to my opponent. We were both on Channel 17 a couple months ago, and Mr. McCarthy said, you know, no problem with the debate. I always debate my opponent. I don't see any evidence that he's ever debated an opponent in races for Congress. I think that maybe he had a forum when he was first running for the state assembly, but that's been it. And so, you know, I don't really mind that he is busy, that he's doing the people's work, but I think at least once every 2 years he ought to show up and defend his record. So I'm here, despite the fact that he's not. I'm happy to take your questions, to tell you what I think about different things, and mostly to learn what you think, because I think that's the job of a representative, and I thank you for the forum.
Thank you, Jerry.